president spent 3 hours harassing me at a party, not knowing I was his boss's daughter. I showed up at my very first frat party my freshman year and immediately ran into Adam. To everyone else there, Adam was the frat president, but I knew him as the unpaid intern who'd been fetching coffee for my dad for the past 3 months, desperate to score his dream job at my dad's firm. I recognized him, but it became immediately clear that he did not remember me. Well, hello, Adam said, looking me up and down with a smile that probably worked on most freshmen. I'm Adam, president here. You're definitely new. I'd remember a face like yours. He stepped closer, blocking my path to the main room. Let me get you a drink, give you the VIP tour. Not everyone gets personal attention from the president. When I politely declined and tried to move past him, his smile faltered. Really? You're turning me down? Do you know who I am on this campus? I escaped to the kitchen where some girls from my dorm were mixing drinks. 10 minutes late, Adam appeared again, this time less friendly. You know, I don't usually give second chances, but I'll make an exception. You're new, you don't understand how things work here. He wedged himself between me and my friends. These parties happen because of me. The least you could do is be friendly. When I said I was fine with my friends, he laughed. These aren't your friends. They're just being nice because you're pathetic and they feel bad for you. My dorm mates looked uncomfortable, but didn't know what to do as Adam continued. Let me explain something about college, freshmen. Girls like you, bookish, boring, probably got in here with daddy's help. You peak at getting invited to parties like this. This is literally the best your social life will ever get, and you're wasting it by rejecting me. He turned to my friends. You can go. She's fine with me. They hesitated but eventually drifted away, leaving me trapped against the counter. I managed to slip away to the backyard where people were playing beer pong. 20 minutes of peace ended when Adam found me talking to a guy from my economics class. Bro, you don't want to waste your time here, Adam told him, throwing his arm around the guy's shoulders. She's one of those girls who thinks she's saving herself for someone special. Probably has a purity ring in her dorm room. The guy looked confused, but Adam steered him away. Trust me, I'm doing you a favor. She's the type who'd cry during her first kiss. Now I was alone by the fire pit, and Adam sat down next to me. You're not very smart, are you? I run this social scene, and I'm about to land a job at the biggest firm in the state. And you're what? Some nobody freshman who can't even dress for a party? He touched my cardigan. Did your mom pick this out? You look like you're going to a church potluck. I stood up to leave, but he followed me inside, grabbing my wrist when I tried to head for the door. Where are you going? We're just talking. His grip was tight enough to hurt. You know what your problem is? You think you're special, but I see 20 of you every year. Uptight freshmen who think they're too good. The party was getting more crowded and louder, making it harder to get away. Adam pulled me into a corner by the stairs, using his body to block me in. I'm going to give you one more chance to be cool about this. Have a drink with me. Loosen up. Stop acting like I'm some creep when I'm literally the best thing at this party. When I tried to duck under his arm, he slammed his hand against the wall. I'm talking to you. Do you know how many girls would kill to get my attention? His frat brothers walked by and he called out to them. Guys, look at this. The freshman virgin is too good for us. They laughed and formed a semicircle, making it impossible to leave. She probably thinks she's going to marry some nice guy from her study group, one said. Adam nodded. She doesn't realize nice guys don't want uptight girls who can't even handle a party. You're going to be alone forever. I finally pushed through them and ran upstairs, looking for a bathroom to lock myself in. Adam followed me, catching the door before I could close it. Are you hiding from me? In my own house? He pushed his way in. You're pathetic. Crying because a guy tried to be nice to you? This is why you'll never matter to anyone. You're weak, boring, and probably only here because your daddy donated money. He grabbed my phone from my hand. Who you gonna call? Campus security? They work for us during parties. When I started actually crying, he laughed and opened the door, shoving me out into the hallway where everyone could see. Look everyone, it's freshman initiation time. He suddenly poured his beer over my head, the cold liquid making me gasp. There, now you have an excuse to leave. Run home to your single dorm room and your stuffed animals. The beer ran into my eyes. Adam stood over me as I sat on the floor. Why don't you call mommy and daddy to pick you up? I'm sure they're used to bailing out their failure of a daughter. I looked up at him through my tears and realized that was actually a great idea. I pulled out my phone, wiping beer off the screen, and dialed my dad's number, putting it on speaker. Dad, can you pick me up? I'm at a party with Adam, your intern Adam. He just poured beer on me. Adam froze. Full story on the channel below.